everyone, it's Marcy here from Stampin' with Marcy. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. I'm coming to you live today. I gotta turn this down. I didn't get a chance to post that I was going live today. So hopefully people join in. As always, please comment when you arrive, even in the, if you're watching the replay. I'd love to know who's watching, where you're coming from. Please share my video. Sharing is caring. And when you share it, please type shared in the comments so I know that you have shared it. Because sometimes with your privacy settings, if we're not friends or I don't know you, it's not going to let me see who it is that actually shared it. It just says that it's been shared. So today we're going to be creating this beautiful new calendar for the new year using the Butterfly Gala stamp set. Right here, it is a bundle in the new occasions catalog, and it has a coordinating punch. And we are using some of the Gingham Gala Designer Series paper and some of the, what is this? The Botanical Butterfly. As you can see, I've been using this quite a bit. I've been chopping it up. So this is Celebration. So when you spend $60 in the Occasions catalog, you get to choose. There's a variety of items in the Celebration brochure. That is this right here. So when you spend $60, let me just reach over here. So when you spend $60 in this catalog, before tax and shipping, you get to choose something for free out of this catalog. There's two levels, a $60 level and a $120 level. So this paper here, this Designer Series paper, is a $60 reward. So most of my customers, if you've ordered from me in the last 6 months, this should be arriving in your mailbox along with a Christmas card any day now, or it's already arrived. I'm hoping. I mailed them. I've been mailing for the past 2 weeks, so I'm hoping that you have received yours, or you will within the next few days. These both start on January 3rd, so I want to make sure you've got them in time to be enjoying them. Hi, Anne. How are you feeling today? So to create this calendar, I have a W shape in here, so I'm going to show you how to do that as well. And as always, this is going to be posted on my blog on Saturday with all of the measurements. So let's get started. I'm going to do this a little different today than the other one. This one here I colored in with my Stampin' Blends, but this stamp set also has two-step stamping so that you can, if you're not wanting to color, you can easily just color in the image with the full stamp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take I think this looks like a monarch. So I'm going to take it and ink it up in my, just in my Memento Black. And I'm going to stamp that right down there, giving it a moment for the ink to transfer from the stamp to my cardstock. Put that aside, close this lid so I don't put my hand in it. And then I'm coming in with my Grapefruit Grove. You're still feeling yucky? I have a headache today that I cannot shake. I don't know what it is, but it just does not seem to want to go away. So I understand feeling kind of yucky. Okay, so this is the two solid image stamps that go with this butterfly. So you can see that it's going to layer right over top. And then there's the tiny one to go over the small one. Even though we're only using the big one, since it's already attached, why not use both? That way you've got a butterfly, a small one, for whenever you want to add to another project. So without being able to get my head right over, hopefully I line this up okay. I don't want to put my head in the way. Okay, so that's the top part. And here comes the bottom, I hope. Last night I had my last memory keeping of the year. So I'm now officially done all my classes for this year. Now I have to get going on. Okay, I didn't do such a great job of that. Let me see if I can't get over that a smidge better. That's the beauty of photopolymer. You can see through. There, that is a lot better. Move that to the side and bring in the baby butterfly here. So next on my agenda is my swaps. I have to get those done. Now, this butterfly has the body stamp, but I find that it is easier to stamp that body after I've punched it out. I've not had much luck. Hi, Brianna, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. I haven't had much luck with lining it up ahead of time. So I'm going to punch this out first, and I'm just going to slide it in and get it so that it's, this is always a little longer when you're doing it live because you're not right over your work. Punch them out, move that punch out of the way, and then I'm going to bring in my memento and see if I can't get this lined up pretty good. Not too bad at all. Surprise, surprise. So move you out of the way. Stamp this little one. Okay, move that out of the way. I don't need him, so I'm going to close that up. Move that to the side for now, and we're going to assemble the calendar. So I've got all of my pieces are already cut. I've got my little tear-off calendar, and I'm going to attach it to some basic black. And because you're tearing it off, you want to make sure that you're using a good strong adhesive, that when you go to pull, it's not going to pull your entire calendar base right from the calendar itself. So I find tear and tape is our strongest adhesive. The liquid glue is extremely strong, but it takes a while to dry. So I want to be sure it's dry really quickly, easy, quick assembly. So I am just using my tear and tape. And I'm using my Take Your Pick tool to lift up those corners. I did a class with this at the beginning of the month. So the ladies really loved making their own calendar for the new year. Okay, so that is stuck on there. Now I've got 2 pieces of the Designer Series paper. Now this one here is the Grapefruit Grove. The butterfly pattern 12 by 12 that I chose is more of an ombre look. So I went with the more predominant color when I was choosing what my pattern was going to be. And I have my solid black here. I find it easier to have the solid underneath, and you don't want to waste, so you trim up your Designer Series paper accordingly. And I'm using the smaller pattern rather than the larger. And I'm just going to line that up at the bottom so that I have that even all around. And then because I want more of this paper showing, that's why I chose the buffalo check to be the bottom, because this is going to overlap slightly. And if I turn it on its side, you can see right there, there's just, see that little bit of excess there. I like that so that way I know for sure that it has covered up rather than worrying about butting them up against each other. Okay, so now I'm going to take some of my black silver striped metallic ribbon. This is from the Geared Up Garage. Fabulous new suite of products that is also in the Occasions catalog. And I like to leave it on my spool, and then I'm just going to cut that little bit so that way I don't have waste, where if you're pulling it off and guesstimating, I find that you get more waste that way. So then I'm going to flip this, bring my tear and tape. When I'm using putting ribbon on a project, I like to use my tear and tape so that way I know that it is good and stuck. So I'm going to line that up, making sure it's fairly even. Lay that down, flip that over, and press so that it bonds together. And then I'm going to take that, bring that around, hold it this time, pick up my other piece. That's the beauty thing of this silicone mat, that you can put your adhesive on it and it's not going to stick. Okay, so I've got my, before I do anything else, I've got my base here of Grapefruit Grove, and I'm going to fold and burnish it so that it's nice and crisp that seam. And then I'm going to put my glue. You don't need a ton. Then I'm going to peel my bits of tear and tape there, so that way I know that like I said, that ribbon is not going anywhere. There we have that. And now I need some tear and tape on the back of this. And one more. And you can see I'm not covering the entire back with a ton of tape here. I've just got pieces here and there, just so that on each side I've got some tear and tape. I was shopping, Christmas shopping yesterday. Oh my goodness gracious. The girls had their Christmas beautifying booked for yesterday morning. So while they were getting groomed, I did some running around in London and at the mall and got a bunch of stuff done, which was nice to be able to get some stuff off of my list. So I'm going to bring this up a bit. I don't want to cover all of the butterflies, but a little higher. Okay, so that is on there. Now I've got my little sentiment. Now this one here, I chose the Hello Beautiful, which is this one here, because if you're giving this as a gift or if it's on your desk, what a wonderful way to start your day when you sit down at your desk and you look at your calendar and your calendar says, hello, beautiful. So every day somebody is telling you, hello, and you are beautiful. I like that. A little self-affirmation there. So I'm going to, just with my tuxedo black, stamp that in the center. Move that out of the way, bring this back in. So are you ladies done your Christmas shopping and wrapped and everything? I bought wrapping paper as well yesterday. I've never been this late before, but the one bonus thing was that both Pier 1 and Indigo, their wrapping paper was 50% off. Hi, Carol. Thanks for joining. That's okay. That's okay if you're late. Thanks for coming and watching. So this is the calendar that we're making today. So I'm going to put this down centered underneath. I'm going to leave at least one of these lines under so that it's not right at the very bottom. And I think, does that look pretty good? Now I'm going to move this to the side to show you how you're going to make that the base so that it stands. So this cardstock is 4 by 4 1/4, and I've got going to score it at 1/2 inch, 2 inches, and 3.5 inches on the 4-inch side. Oh, it just jumped. That's okay. So there is 1/2 inch, 2 inches, and 3.5. Okay, move this out of the way. Now you can see that it is formed in a W, so that means I am going to go fold it so that it's Valley, Mountain, Valley. is the way you fold and burnish. Just like that. This calendar, just like last week's project, is so quick and easy to actually make. So that way it sits just like that. And then I'm going to bring in my tear and tape once again, simply because I want it to stay very well. So I'm going to be attaching it like this. So you need your tear and tape on this piece here. And this I'm going to go right to the edge here. Tear that off and do the other side at the same time. And then just really press that down so you've got a good, strong adhesion there. Peel that off, and then if you've got any little, can you see that little excess? So I'm just going to take my finger and just put that up. Okay. So, did I do this right? Let me see. Yes, I did. Trying to get this so I'm not getting my head in the way. So you're just going to line that up, fold that, line that up right at your edge, just like that. See, it's now adhered there, right at the bottom. And then for this one here, I'm just gonna pick that corner up, pull that off. Again, fold over any of those little bits that are sticking out. Close that, and then for this, you just close the back of the card. Close that over. And there you go. See that? It stands up. Now, one last thing I want to do is attach my butterfly. So I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm just going to gently curl those wings. And then I'm going to, I don't have any glue dots here on my desk, so I will just use my liquid glue and put a little bit on. And this butterfly is going to sit just like that. Now I'm not quite done because it's me, you know what I'm doing. I'm bringing in my Wink of Stella. And I'm going to take it afterward, after it's all attached, then I'm just going to go over those wings because I want my butterfly to sparkle. So I'm just touching all those inked up dots there, trying to avoid the black outline as much as possible, but it doesn't have to be perfect. It's handmade. It's the thought that counts when you're giving this away as a gift. Just like that. And this type of thing, easy, easy, easy to be a little handmade present, stocking stuffer. But doesn't that look better with that bit of sparkle on there? So there you have it. Here's my original. And here's the one I created today with you. Just beautiful. And I will be doing I have a few more calendars left, so I'll be doing a few more to give away as gifts. So that is all for me today. I will not be back next week as it is Christmas week, so I want to spend a bit of time with my family, so I will not be live next week. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for all of the love and support you show me. And I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I will see you in a couple weeks. Bye, everyone.